In this video, we are going to talk a little bit more about rational exponents. I'm going to start this off with the definition that says a to the m over n power is equal to the n root to a to the m power, which can also be written in this form. Both are the same thing. To use this with numbers, we can say that 4 to the 3 over 2 power is equal to, again, from my last video we said the denominator becomes the index of my radical. Now the numerator becomes the power. And I just take this number and just write it inside. Now we can break this down. Square root of 4 just gives me a 2. Again, we just solved this part, so I still have to write to the cube. When we say 2 cubed is now going to give me an 8. Going over another example, let's do negative 16 to the 3/4 power. Now one important thing to remember here is that the 16 is taken to the 3/4 power, not the negative sign. So the denominator of my exponent is a 4, which becomes the index of my radical. The numerator of my exponent becomes the power, so to the 3rd power. And the 16 just gets written right inside. Now since this negative wasn't taken to the 3/4 power, the negative just gets written right outside. Now we can break this down. 4th root of 16 is going to give us a 2. We still got to carry over the power and carry over that negative sign. Again, the negative sign is not taken to the 3rd power, so it's just 2 times 2 times 2, which is just 8, and then we bring on over the negative sign. Now go over another example. We have negative 27 to the 2/3 power. This time the negative is taken to the 2/3 power. Since all of this is in parentheses, all of this is to the 2/3 power. My denominator here, the 3, becomes the index of my radical. And it's all taken to the power of 2. So I can write to the power of 2. And I just put the negative 27. Since it's all in parentheses, all of it is taken to 2/3 power. And then I simplify. The cubed root of negative 27 is going to give me a negative 3. Since I solved for this, now I have to take the square of it. Negative 3 squared. It's going to give me a positive 9. To go over just one more example, I'm going to say 1/4 to the 3 over 2 power equals. Again, all of this, since it's all in parentheses, is taken to the 3 over 2 power. My denominator is a 2, which means comes the index of my radical. And that 3, my numerator, becomes the power. Since the 1/4 is taken to the 3 over 2 power, I'll write it inside there. And if you remember from one of my previous videos, we can actually break this down to be the square root of 1 over the square root of 4, and all that is still to the 3rd power. Square root of 1, 1 times 1 is 1, over the square root of 4, 2 times 2 is 4, so right here. All this is to the 3rd power. Now right here, when you have all this to the 3rd power, just like we split our radical up here, we can split this power up top and bottom. This becomes 1 to the 3rd power over 2 to the 3rd power. 1 to the 3rd power just gives us a 1. 2 to the 3rd power gives us an 8. That's in simplest form. Thanks for watching. If you want to see any more videos, just post a comment. Thanks.